Hi, welcome to AP Biology. Today is our last virtual lesson, and the theme of today's lesson is You've Got This.
Hi, I'm Gail Pfizer from Darnell Cookman Middle High School and Florida State College in Jacksonville, Florida.
Hi, I'm Allison Kate. I'm affiliated with both UC Berkeley and Redwood High School, and I'm teaching today from my home in El Cerrito, California. So we're going to give you some final tips for preparing for the AP Biology exam. And you can see that these are the same tips that we have been talking about in our last week of prep week. So the first thing is make sure that you use resources provided to you by your teacher and the college board. Use videos, practice questions, the curriculum, prep books, anything you can get your hands on to come into this final stretch. Make sure you break up your study time into small parts each day. Important to take the practice FRQs and review your answers. If you didn't tune in to our 2 practice exams, they are available to you on the links at the YouTube advanced placement site. So you can still do those, and you can go over the scoring guideline videos as well. So we encourage you to take both of those practice exams. And then practice on the demo site. I think it's really important that you get familiar and comfortable with the uploading of your response.
Okay, the task verbs. There was the change that there's going to be on to question 1, there's going to be A through J, and on question 2, there's going to be A through F. And then as I took you through the task verbs within a question, I would always find them, box them in. They should be in bold on the test, so find them. But the best thing the most important thing for you to do is to know what they mean. To know what the expectation of you is with each of those task verbs, like describe the characteristics of whatever they're asking you to, and then how, for explain how and why. And the why, yesterday when the chief reader spoke to you, I actually got a new word to use with the why being a because. I like that. So then to justify, remember your evidence and your reasoning, but make sure that you do whatever the task verb asks you to do with that information.
Great. One other thing, these task verbs, this is straight from the course and exam description. So if you need a reminder, you can either find them here or you can find them in the CED. So I also want to remind you that you may want to have the AP Biology equations and formula sheet handy. You can download it, print it, and have it right next to you if you need to refer to any of the equations and formulas on this sheet. Now, you may not have to, you can use a calculator. You may not have to have a calculator to do calculations, but you do need to be able to understand these formulas and explain the parts and how to use them. I hope that makes sense. Ms. Pfizer, do you want to add to that?
It's going to be simple calculations only if there's any at all. But when you're nervous, even 60 divided by 3 can all of a sudden be a challenge to figure out what to do. So if that calculator makes you feel more comfortable, then have it there right there by you, but I don't think you'll need it.
Right. And you can also get some hints from some of these equations if you are like momentarily forgetting something as part of the question. So you might be able to use this to get some new information.
Okay, your exam day checklist. If you have the ability to, I would print this for each of your AP exams. Now, I reduced one myself and I put both the front and the back on one piece of paper. So to save paper, you could do it that way. But if you would go ahead this next weekend and do that and take for each one of your courses, and then go ahead and write the name of your exam. And then it's very important that you know what time zone that you're going to be testing in, and that you go ahead and fill in the exam date and the local exam check-in time, and then which is 30 minutes before your exam, and then the start time, whatever time frame, time period, time zone that you're working in. And then I went through and I read through, and I was thinking, do my kids need to do this? And yes, you do need to do this checklist to make sure that you're ready. How many times a week do I hear that my battery died just for virtual, distance learning right now. So make sure all those things are taken care of that are on this list.
Right. And also super important, if I might add, that 8-character APID. Make sure you have that on all pages of your response because that is how your response is attributed to you.
And that's going to be in your MyAP account too. Okay, you're good.
Okay. All right. So some final tips for exam day. These are kind of mom tips as well as teacher tips. Get plenty of sleep before your exam. Staying up all night to cram is probably not the best strategy. Make sure you eat something nutritious an hour or two before. Remember, you need glucose to your brain. Plan your answers. So when you read the question, remember ATP, answer the prompt. So plan your answers. Make sure that if you are handwriting, you write legibly because we are your teachers and professors that are grading your written responses. Make sure you label all parts. You can answer them out of order. Maybe you know part C best. You can start with that, but make sure you label it as part C. And super important, make sure you submit at 5 minutes. If you don't get that response uploaded, you will not be given credit. So a score is better than no score. Okay, read the question carefully and be sure to answer the question that is asked. You don't want to go off on a tangent because that wastes time. Okay, make sure you're logged in 30 minutes before the exam. Here in California, our exam will begin at 11 a.m. That means you log in at 10:30 a.m. Ms. Pfizer students exam will start at 2 p.m., so you're going to log in at 1:30 p.m. Make sure you don't close your browser once you've logged in. Don't hit the back arrow, okay? And then super important, when you submit, make sure you click that submit button and wait for the confirmation page at the end. So that is how you know that your response has been submitted. If you don't see that, then you're going to need to request a ticket for the makeup exam, but hopefully that won't happen. So just make sure you get that confirmation.
Okay, this is my part because this is to help you right before the test. And this is what I have to do. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I have been like very nervous through these. It seems like, I don't know, 15 videos, and it never went away because that's just me. So anytime I have to take a time test, it's the same response. I see that clock running, and all of a sudden I can't think. So we have in our district, we have this Wellness Wednesday, and on one of the Wednesdays, and it was after we started distance learning, that there was this box breathing about anxiety was the video of the day for this Wellness Wednesday. And I felt like it was just written for me. And so right before, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes before going live on YouTube with this, I would go through this. And so what you do is the box part is this. I'll walk you through it real quick. You take a deep breath for a count of 4, and then you hold for 4, and then you release in a count of 4, and then you hold for 4. And you do that 2 times, and you're totally like calm. Okay. So let's do that together. Let's take a deep breath. Let's go. And do it one more time. How do you feel? How do you feel, Ms. Kate?
I feel very calm. I like that. That's
Yes, it's
excellent.
good. It's good. All right. That's it. Box breathing.
Okay. Oop, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, so again, we kind of started off with this, but if you go to cb.org/AP 2020 Get Ready, there's 5 things that you can do to get ready before the exam. Again, try the demo. I've been harping on that for like a week. Complete your exam day checklist, confirm your email address, locate your e-ticket. It should be sent to you 2 days prior to each AP exam. And don't forget to check in 30 minutes early.
Oh, that's me. Okay,
That's you.
so here's your link, your list of links. But I found that if you go to YouTube and you click on the circle that says AP, that the first round of videos before you get to the coursework it's all of these videos all there in one package together. You can just watch one continuously after another. The 5 steps before exam day, that was probably would be I think I would start there for a short one, but all of them, if you have time right before the exam start, which I know start Monday with, I think AP government and maybe something else that day. Okay.
Right. So unless you're taking AP Music Theory or AP World Languages, 9 and 10 don't apply to you. So you can look at those first 8 for AP Bio. All right. So we have a video that College Board made. And so we're going to play this video and then we'll come back for one final slide.
We are live.
So we're going to walk you through everything you need to know and you're going to have it. And so may the 4th be with you.
Continuiamo anche il nostro giro per l'Italia.
You Are a Local Lunatic shared this via Twitter. I'm really, really grateful for @JacobsPhysics and @Mr. JB Physics and just @College Board in general for doing so much for these AP exam reviews. I actually get stuff a lot more than I did before COVID happened, and I'm just really, really grateful for that. Smiley face.
All right, so we're talking about the overall big picture of period 4. Here are some things I just want you guys to remember.
KOA shared on TikTok, AP English Zoom streams are my only social interaction right now. #FYP, #isolation, #AP English.
They would send large ships of laborers just to collect the guano and get on the ship. Is collect the right word? Do you mine guano? Do you excavate it? I don't know what the verb is there. I'm supposed to be using.
And we're going to be focusing on tone. Specifically, how do you read and interpret tone?
Karen Tabola Moore on Facebook shared, my students have enjoyed the AP Latin videos with Jeannie Luangu. Since I can only give a live Zoom class twice a week, this has been a great support.
Or I could say I want my lawyer and they have to get me my representation. But, and here's our but for today, that is going to sacrifice the abilities of the community.
Am I sharing the slideshow right now, by the way?
Nope. If you are, I can't see it.
Utkarsh Kali shared on Twitter, thank you for the helpful AP classes on YouTube. My preparation for AP Calc VC has become so much easier and efficient.
So I drew this like 4 o'clock this morning. So it's not beautiful, but I think it gets the point.
You turn over another card and they get compared and that person would win. Tell me if you do it differently, Mr. Schultz.
The more that you can find that connection within yourself, within the character, I feel like you write the character with a lot more depth.
Learning about the economy is important, and I wish more people did what you're doing.
My advice to all the students out there, whatever it is you choose to go into, make sure that it's a passion that burns in your belly.
I learned so much working in local government about public service. It teaches you that it's 24/7 and that you have to learn to listen.
I am someone who believes in following your passion, right, and working hard. And if you kind of find that there's something out there that you think is a need in the market and no one else is making it, then maybe you have to be a little bit creative.
11th grade US history is the reason we're talking, because I don't think I would have picked up Ron Chernow's biography of Alexander Hamilton if I hadn't written a paper on Alexander Hamilton in high school.
Asia K3 shared on Instagram, I'm so glad he came. He's the reason I was able to get more interested in US history, and I always listen to the Hamilton soundtrack when studying for English. Emoji.
We have a message here from Girleen from Instagram. She says, definitely worth waking up before noon.
And so you just connect your battery to your magnet like this, and then you get copper. Ta-da!
Look at that. That's amazing.
When are we ever going to need calculus? You'd be surprised. I mean, you might make videos and then calculate like the breaking pressure of Thanos' abdomen if Ant-Man were inside it.
This one hit close to home. This is very special for me. Mr. Walters teaches in Managua, Nicaragua, and that's where I was born. And I want to say hello to all the students out there.
Lyra Matt tweeted, I watch every AP Lit video. They're so helpful, especially for students whose first language is not English. Ms. Barber and Mr. Carlos' enthusiasm and passion inspired and encouraged me not to give up.
Mire, Julia de Burgos nace, es todo un mito en la littérature caribeña.
Pour souligner encore ce qu'on essaie de faire, on veut expliquer des idées et des opinions.
Mrs. Lowe shared on Twitter, these videos are excellent. They do a great job of reviewing mixed material with an awesome job of presenting new material.
好，下面是 cultural presentation。抱歉让大家坐着哈，但是这个很重要。
今日も一緒に日本語頑張って勉強しましょうよ。はい、それで。
Chanel Kernander said on Twitter, love Mr. Escobar and Miss Barber's videos for my AP Lit students. You two are awesome. Tuning in live from Houston, Texas.
What'd you say for Dabo? Did you answer what that means?
Yeah, future. I will give.
Just as Gandalf parted ways with the hobbits before they undertook the scouring of the Shire, the time is almost here for Josh and me to sail into the West.
Thanks for showing up every day and reviewing the course with us. And remember, on the exam, sound like you've taken the course. Be specific and be scientific.
It's been a blast working with you all spring. And like I said, this chapter of your life isn't over. You now have a chance to rewrite.
Thank you so much for watching Mark and me for these last 30, I don't know however many sessions we had. And if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have had these sessions.
Well, thanks for watching. And one final piece of advice. If the question seems really complicated, it's probably not.
Gracias por haberme acompañado durante estas semanas.
I just want to say thank you to all the amazing AP Statistics students out there that have been following along with us for the past 6 weeks.
Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it and hope these videos have helped.
Hearing from you and seeing the pictures that you've sent us of your pets, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you to everyone for watching, for tuning in, for continuing your educations. Best of luck on your exams.
You've prepared, you're ready, do your best on this exam, and then congratulate yourself no matter what you get.
Optimum Fortunam Omnibus. Best of luck to everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to all of our AP Bio review lessons and our practice exam.
Bon courage, as we say en français.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Luke and I really had a super fun time, and we hope you learned a lot.
Thank you to all of the AP Chemistry students who watched the videos.
You're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Thanks for tuning into all these videos. Music theory friends, don't forget to resolve your tendency tones.
You guys have got this. Remember, you are the solution.
Thank you so much for joining me the past month and a half. It's been such a journey and such a treat for me.
Hey, thanks for watching the last 6 weeks, especially the calculus crew.
You guys are awesome. You are excellent. You are brilliant. I really, really enjoyed our time together, and I know you guys are going to rock that exam next week.
Just remember that you have worked your butts off this year. Y'all are going to do great.
It is time for you to shine.
Type your response, copy it, paste it in the submission box. Good luck.
Hey, arigato. Thank you. Ganbatte kudasai. Remember to practice on the app that comes out next week.
Y'all are going to do great. And remember, geography is everywhere.
All right. Okay, let's go. There we go. All right, so hope you enjoyed that video and got the message that all of your teachers are very proud of you. This has been a fun project. It's been challenging, but we know that you guys got this. So thanks for tuning in and best of luck on May 18th.
And I want to thank you very much. And we enjoyed that emails from teachers and students. And when I would get one, I would be the first one I went to. And some have been repeat emails. And I've just enjoyed being part of your life and you being part of mine during this.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.